Hi everybody. Today we're going to be going over how to hold your guitar properly as well as your guitar pick. So everybody grab your guitars. You're going to have your guitar on your lap, and remember your guitar is going to go up against your chest like this. Okay, now my guitar is a lot bigger than yours. Make sure your guitar is on your right leg. Okay, find your right leg, and your guitar is going to sit on your right leg just like this. Sort of the curvy part of your guitar is going to sit on that right leg, and therefore this side of the guitar, where the head is going to be in your left hand. Okay, so your guitar is up against your chest, sitting up nice and straight. If you have a chair, hopefully you're sitting on a chair, not a couch. If you can sit at the front of your chair, that's going to help. Then you can reach towards the floor. If you still can't reach the floor, if you don't have long legs like me, you can't reach the floor, get yourself a book or a little box that you can put your feet up on so that the guitar sits on your legs, no problem, and it's not going to fall over, okay? So get your feet as close to the floor as you can, put your feet up on a box if you need to. So now we have our guitar. So let's see if we remember the names of all the parts on this guitar. So starting on the left-hand side, everybody's left hands are near the head of your guitar. Way over here on this side we have the body, and in the middle, the long part is the neck, okay? We have how many strings on our guitar? 6, good. So we have 6 strings on our guitar. Our first string is the string closest to the floor. And our 6th string is the string closest to our face. Okay, awesome. Now, we should probably talk a little bit about how we hold our guitar pick. Everybody find your guitar picks. You're going to hold your guitar pick between your thumb and your index finger. Okay, you don't need any more fingers than that. You don't need this finger or that finger or your whole hand. You only need your thumb and your index finger. Okay, hold that nice and tight. I'm just leaving a little bit sticking out. I have the pointy part sticking out, and that's the part I'm going to use to play this string. So play the first string, see how it sounds. Practice a little bit. Remember, you can always pause this video, practice, and then hit play again. So remember, I'm sitting up nice and straight, and you want to reach your right hand over towards where the hole of your guitar is. If you play back here, near the bridge, at the end of the strings, it doesn't sound as good. It sounds kind of gross, it's twangy, it's not as loud. It's going to sound a lot better if you reach your arm over to this curvy part and reach it more towards the hole, okay? So reach your arm over. I know you can do it. If you're sitting up nice and tall, it's going to be easier. If you're sitting on the edge of your chair, it's going to be easier. So now we're playing our first string with our pick. Awesome. Now, before we do anything with the frets and the left hand, we should probably warm up our fingers a little bit. So I'm going to give my fingers a little wiggle. I'm going to stretch them against each other, just like you might stretch your legs out before you play a soccer game, or before you go outside, or before you go swimming. I'm going to stretch my wrists out just a little bit, and I'm just going to give my fingers a little bit of a wiggle, just so that our fingers know that we're about to do a little bit of work. Okay, so my hands are feeling a little bit warmed up now. If your hands are cold, maybe rub them together a little bit. Mine are cold right now. Okay, awesome. Now we're all going to find our 3rd fret on our guitar and see if we can make a sound. So let's count to our 3rd fret, starting with number 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to take one finger. I'm going to use my 3rd finger, which is my ring finger. And I'm going to squeeze that first string. Again, the first string is closest to the floor. And I'm going to squeeze, and I'm going to play that string with my pick like this. And if your guitar is in tune, it should sound just like that. So we're on the 3rd fret, 1st string. Awesome. Let's go to a different string and see if we can reach down to some other strings. Let's go down to the 2nd string. We'll play the same fret, but just reach down to the 2nd string. I'm on the 2nd string, 3rd fret. 1, 2, 3. Awesome. And just for fun, let's reach all the way down to our bottom string. So same fret, reaching all the way down to my 6th string, the lowest string on the guitar. So if your guitar doesn't sound very good, a couple of things you can do. Make sure you're picking near the hole. Make sure you're not touching the fret. If your finger is right on top of the fret like this, it's not going to sound very good. doesn't work. So you want to go right behind that fret, but you want to be as close to it as you can. So if I go too far back, like way over here, it's really buzzy and scratchy. So there's sort of a sweet spot where if this is your line and this is the note you want to play, you want to go right behind it in that little sweet spot, okay? Make sure you're squeezing nice and strong, and make sure your thumb is always back behind your guitar, okay? Not out in front like this, always back behind your guitar, okay? So we're sort of pinching the guitar, squeezing the guitar like this. Okay, awesome. Now we're ready to do a little warm up. So we are going to be using all 4 fingers. Our first finger, our index, second finger, third finger, and our 4th finger. And of course our thumb stays back here behind the guitar, okay? So I'm going to play fret number 1, 2, 3, and 4. And the rule is you have to use 4 different fingers, okay? So watch this. Starting with my first finger, I'm on the 1st string. Now I'm going to try the 2nd fret, 3rd fret, 4th fret. Pause this video, give that a try. So remember, I used 4 different fingers. I used my 1st finger here, my 2nd finger here, my 3rd finger on the 3rd fret, and my pinky on the 4th fret. Your pinky's not going to be as strong, so if you want to put your other fingers behind that note to give it some strength, see how my other fingers are being placed down too? That's going to be a lot stronger than if you're just trying to use one finger in the air like that. Okay? Now that we've done 1, 2, 3, and 4, let's go up to number 5. Now you probably have a dot on number 5 on your guitar. On my guitar, I have a dot on 5, 7, 9, and 12. And you probably do too. Some guitars also have a dot on number 3. Okay, so find that number 5 dot. You also have them on the side of your guitar. I'm going to find my number 5, and I'm going to start over. I'm going to go back to my 1st finger, and I'm going to play 5, 6, 7, 8. So watch this. We're going to do the same thing, but now we're starting on 5. Okay, so we made it all the way up to 8. Our last step, we want to get all the way up to our highest note, number 12. If you have a small guitar, your guitar probably stops at number 12. You won't be able to reach the other notes because they're too high. I have some extra notes, but I'm not going to play those today. So now I'm going to go 9, 10, 11, 12. So 4 fingers again. 1st finger on 9, 10, 11, 12. And we're done. So let's put that all together. Here's what it sounds like. Watch my hands carefully. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Great job, everyone. So now all your fingers are warmed up. Now, if you found that pretty easy, you can try that again on your 2nd string. So I'm still going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, all the way up to 12, but I'm going to start on the next string. So this is my 1st note on the 2nd string. It's going to be a little tricky at first, so you got to practice lots and lots. And if you're feeling okay with that, you can actually do all 6 strings. So now I'm going to skip all the way down to my bottom string. This is going to be the hardest string to play because it's the thickest string, and you might have a hard time reaching your hand all the way down there. So bring your thumb down, reach your hand all the way across your guitar. Make sure you're sitting up straight. Make sure the guitar is up straight. If your guitar is down on your lap, it's going to be really, really, really hard to reach those notes, okay? So hold your guitar up, and I'm going to go to the 6th string just for fun. So let's do the same thing on the bottom string, the string closest to my face. These big, thick strings down here are a little hard to play. That's number 12 on the bottom string. That's the hardest note to reach. You got to reach your hand all the way down. So great job, everyone. So now we know the parts of our guitar. We know how to hold our pick, and we can warm up our fingers a little bit to play some songs. So look at the rest of the videos on this page to learn some songs now. And we'll talk to you soon.